Hello, Trish here with Fat Lady Crochet. Welcome to the studio, and don't mind my face. I just had some dental work done this morning, so it feels a pretty frozen still. It was very interesting being a Gen X person who underwent a lot of dentistry in the 70s and 80s. Things are starting to kind of fall apart now and need to be replaced. So I went in. There was a couple of big fillings in the back that I wanted him to look at, and because like there's all kinds of stuff going on in my mouth, like as I get older, and when he was cleaning it out and replacing one of the fillings, half the tooth broke off. So then he had to spend quite a bit of time rebuilding the tooth. It feels great. Nothing hurts, and this was just kind of like a precautionary thing. And if he hadn't done it, then there would have been problems in the future, like root canals and other, terrible, awful things. So if you're a Gen X person like me and you underwent a lot of dentistry when you were a kid, I feel your pain. We're dealing with this now. And all I can say is thank goodness for benefits. There. Okay. What's on the hook? So, I let some of you know the other day that I was going to start working on a Vault Boy from um, Fallout. If you haven't been watching Fallout, I personally love it. Yes, it is kind of gory, but it's also funny and it's also interesting, and it has Walt Goggins, who I adore. So, although I must say that my favorite Walt Goggins character would be Uncle Baby Billy from The Righteous Gemstones. That said, anyways, whatever. If you know Fallout, you know who this is. This is Vault. This is going to be Vault Boy. I got this far into it yesterday, did lots. I'm turning it into a full tutorial for the members. And I will tell you, I spent so much time, and this doesn't look like a lot, but so much time and so much yarn, not the blue, obviously, but the black and the white, trying to get his face. And like what a disaster it was every time. So, and there's still, you can kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but there's still like some sort of black yarn that's kind of stuck in some of these, stitches. So I have to make sure that I get that cleaned up. But anyways, what I've decided is this Vault Boy is going to just get button eyes. That's it. I don't think we're going to do any other facial features on him. He's just too small. If I had a bigger canvas to work with, then we could have done like a really cool looking Vault Boy. But this one is just too little. It's not going to work out. So, button eyes. I have to do the hair as well. The hair is going to be interesting. I'm going to do a hair piece, like to go over top, and then I need to figure out something a way to do that wave. Now I did a really fun curly wave for a Hermie from Rudolph. Hermie is the dentist elf. So I did a super fun wave, like, and a curl a few years ago. And although there won't be a curl, I can probably use the same technique for that wave at the top of his hair. So we'll see. I really hope that I can. I hope it's straightforward. I hope I don't have to struggle like I did with the face. So that's coming, and I've decided that I'm also going to be doing a pattern pack for Fallout, and it's going to include the Ghoul, and it's going to include mm, what is her name? It's got 4 letters. Lily? Is it Lily? Oh my gosh, I'm not even sure. The main character and the female lead character and the male lead character. So there will be 4 of them, and Thaddeus, I think is his name, is the male lead. So those are going to be coming. These little guys don't take too long, which is really nice. I wanted to show you Count. Let me go get him. Okay, Count is not finished. I am still working on the face and the hair, but I'm happy with what we have so far. So we got that jacket done. Much more straightforward than I thought it was going to be in the end. Again, this was one of those things that I spent a lot of time working on, editing, frogging, and in the end, it was the simplest thing to do. Was the best thing to do. So isn't that just the way of it, right? Occam's razor, I think they call it. And then, of course, we have the cape, his cape. So this is the cape done in. Well, first I did this part, and then I crocheted onto the top to create this collar. So it will end up looking kind of like that. So I mean, I'm happy with that. I think that works for me. I think it is rendered correctly. I think it'll be quite good once we get him all put together, especially with the hair and his unique face. Like he's got that bigger nose, kind of a like a pointy nose. So I'm not totally sure how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure it out. Again, I'm going to try to go with the simplest. I just really want to make sure that um, the faces on those Sesame characters are like rendered properly because we've all seen poorly rendered pieces, and that's just not what I want to do. I don't want you guys making things that you know, like I'm not trying to diss anybody. Like I'm coming across really rude here, so I'm just gonna stop. All right, I've got 30 snake crochet kits to make, and I wanted to show you sort of some of the elements that go into these kits. So this is my print job. My kits come in a bag that I seal with like a what's it called? Like it's a heat seal. I really like them. I really like using them. They've got a little window in them so you can see what colors of yarn are in there because they're all different. And then on the front of the kit, I put one of these stickers on. These are my first stickers. These are the stickers that I used the first time. Um, I made another version which I prefer, but my computer died in between, like now with when I need them and the last time I used them. So I lost that file. And I don't think, but I might check. I don't have a copy of the snake. Like I want to have a picture of the snake on the front of the kit so people know what they're making. Um, so that's what it looks like. It's really not, it's not perfect, but it'll do for sure. And so that's one thing. That's one element of the kits that I make. And then the second element is the um, pattern itself. So I'm just gonna open this up so I can show you what these look like. So this is the pattern itself, and I managed to put it onto a one page, two sides. So it looks like this for the front, and then the pattern itself is at the back with this QR code. So I have filmed a what's it called? A video for people that buy this kit. Actually, it's available to everybody. Anybody can look at that video. But if you're new to crochet, this is awfully helpful having a crochet along kind of thing. So anyways, what I do with these is I fold them in half and then I put them into the heat seal bag along with all of the materials. So there will be and it's interesting because I have to weigh everything, right? So I have to weigh out how much yarn I need and how much fiberfill I need. I have to create the little rattles, and they're so simple. The rattles are really simple. They're just these little plastic jars, like they are a jar. They're like a little tiny plastic jar, and then I just throw in a few buttons, So there, it's super do it yourself. And this is the third or fourth time I fulfilled an order for these things. So yeah, it's fun. It's good. So I don't know about you, but I've been doing a lot of thinking about my engagement on social media. I really like YouTube. I really like Pinterest, and I really like Reddit because I feel like I have some control over what sort of appears in my feed. But I am finding that Facebook is brutal. It's like super trying, and finding it harder and harder to want to go on to the platform to engage. And I know that that's a tricky thing for me, and it's a tricky thing for a lot of creatives because a lot of um, a lot of our followers are on Facebook, and the majority of mine are on Facebook. So I'm not really sure how to manage that. I thought that having a private group would be helpful, and I think it has been. But just being on the platform seems to be like, you just get inundated with stuff you don't want to see. So, anyways, there's that. So I was thinking on my way home from getting my teeth done today, I was thinking, like, I've talked about doing mail only, like in the mail, like post only patterns. And I don't want to do that. It's not, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do post only. However, I think, I was thinking, and I don't know, I have to think about this a bit more. I wonder what it would be like if I did up like a catalog and sent it out just to people that want it. They could sign up, or I could even do a digital one so people could download it if they wanted to. Well, 4 times a year, like seasonally, and just just come out with um, what's new or whatever. I don't even know what. I'm not really even sure how that would work, but what do you think about that? Like, would you be interested in it? If you're a crocheter, would you be interested in getting something in the mail or getting like a thing that you could download? Like a catalog of patterns is what I'm thinking. So would you be interested in that? Those of you that are business owners, is that to you like a good idea? Like, is it viable? And so, and I don't know, like, I don't know of any companies or businesses that are really doing that aside from like big companies that will send out, their catalogs and stuff, and they've got like a huge budget and they'll send out like beautiful glossy, magazines. And like I get one catalog I think every 6 months, and it's like, it's this thick and it's like glossy pages, and I can't even imagine what they're spending, um, first of all, to produce that, and secondly, to send it out, like to mail that out. To me, that's wild. But I would definitely be willing to look at, mine's not going to be an inch thick at all, be a few pages probably, but I'm definitely willing to look at that. And I'm going to give some more thought to that. But I would welcome your input, because it's hard, it's tough sometimes. It's tough to be like a solopreneur, as they say. It can be kind of lonely, and we sort of have to test our own things, test our ideas, do our own research kind of thing, and see what works and see what doesn't. So, I mean, it's not something that I would invest a lot of money into, but I could see myself investing a lot of time into it. So, anyways, let me know what you think. Please, I would really appreciate some feedback on that. That's it for today. Have yourself a wonderful day, and we'll see you in a couple days. Bye for now.